Damion Lowe has been added to the Reggae Boys squad to face St. Vincent and the Grenadines at Sabina Park, and Steve McClaren must get his first home win as the fans already want him out.
Jamaica have a lifeline! How about this?
They got Gunnaz podcast.
In this video, I will be previewing the Reggae Boys game that is set to start tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Sabina Park. If you're new to the channel, I'm your host Dicanio, an Arsenal fan who covers everything Reggae Boys and local football. If you find that you enjoy the content that I do here, just go ahead right now and hit that like button. And also, for the 60.9% of you guys that keep watching the videos and are not yet subscribed to the channel, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Gunnaz community. Also, remember, every single video that I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button. So people, in this video, I just have a few things that I really want to cover and talk about. I'm going to be previewing the game that is set to begin tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Sabina Park. Now, just to recap the past game, I believe majority of Reggae Boys fans, including myself, would say that that was not a display that we were proud of, and actually one that we were very, very ashamed of, because to go abroad to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 173 ranked in the FIFA World Rankings, and scrape a point, right? Having to get a last-minute penalty to snatch a point against them, that was not very, no fan was happy to see that, right? Now, Steve McClaren keeps saying in every team that he faces, by the way, that they're tough opposition, they're hard to play against, and they will pose problems to us. And I just think that he needs to, there's something about us as Jamaicans and the quality that we have. I don't want our coach to be giving teams so much respect and drilling into the players to give teams respect. I would prefer for it to be the opposite. We need to show our arrogance and confidence as a people. Cranky talks about Jamaicans and how arrogant and confident we are. And I think the coach needs to really ride on that, ride on the fact that us as Jamaicans, that is who we are. You can't be telling players that, hey, we need to watch out because they're going to pose us a problem. No, that's not the people who we are. When we're playing St. Vincent, Trinidad, those teams, I'm not saying that we're not going to go there and respect them, but we shouldn't be going out there with any fear, right? They should fear us. This is Jamaica, and that's St. Vincent. Come on. So I don't like how he speaks in his press conference in regards to these teams. I think he's, and you know, sometimes coaches do give teams respect in press conferences, but behind closed doors, they're telling their team that, hey, they need to go mash up them Monday. I don't get that feeling from Steve McClaren. I think he does give them respect in press conferences, which he should do. But I also feel behind closed doors, he's not racing up the players and letting them know, say, oh, bad man, them boy are joke and you're supposed to lose 3-4 them man if you get, you know. Because that is reality. This is St. Vincent and the Grenadines people. We're not supposed to fear them Caribbean teams here, honestly. Right? Now, as I said, the performance, it was very slow. It was very lethargic. Steve McClaren is definitely under pressure. A whole lot of people who are on Steve McClaren's side keep saying that we created chances and the coach or the coaches can't score. However, come on, people. St. Vincent also created chances, and they could score as well. So it's not only about us creating chances and not taking them. Defensively, we're poor as well, right? We let through too many chances from St. Vincent. So even if we scored, they could have scored, right? So I don't think that is the right way to look at it. The performance was lethargic. It was slow, and it's just not what we like to see. So especially some of the tactics with Isaac Hayden and Suley McCullough. Why are we playing double sixes against a team like this, right? You can expect to be under pressure when you're playing a double six formation. If you're asking Isaac Hayden to go high, peel wide, allow Leon Bailey to tuck in, that is not his game. So if that is what you're going to ask a player in that position to do, profile correctly and play a player that would be able to do that. You brought Demario Phillips, you brought Jashawn Anglin. Those players might be better suited to that. And then you could maybe put Isaac Hayden in the position where Suley McCullough was playing, which was right in front of the back four. So I think tactically, there's a whole lot that Steve McClaren can improve on. And I didn't expect that I would be saying something like this in regards to a former Manchester United coach, a former European coach playing against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Again, I think he's giving these teams too much respect. Now, speaking of fans, some fans have been calling for his head already, right? And some fans have been calling for Cephas to start and Warner Brown to start. Now, with respect to Cephas starting, fans are saying whether it's for Demarai Gray or Leon Bailey, they don't care. They just want Cephas to be on the field. And as it relates to Warner Brown, they're saying that they want Shamar Nicholson off because Shamar Nicholson doesn't offer movement. And it's just not anything, right? But what they saw from Warner Brown was very promising. Not only the penalty that he won, he was on the end of half chances. He was creating problems, running in behind, which Steve McClaren did say in his pre-match press conference. So he is aware of the fact that Warner Brown does offer something different than what the rest of our strikers do, and he wants to utilize that. However, both of those players inject something new into the game that I don't think Steve McClaren likes from starters. Steve McClaren has said on multiple occasions that he sees Cephas as a finisher, right? And what is a finisher in football? A finisher is someone who comes on in the last 15 minutes of a game, makes an impact, and wins you the game, right? I've heard Arteta talk about finishers as well from listening to a whole lot of Arteta press conferences. However, the quality that Arsenal play at is still very good to win majority of football matches, right? So even our finishers sometimes do start. And I think that is the level where Cephas is at right now. He can't just be in the national team just to be a finisher. At some point, you have to reward promising performances. And I think that is the point. However, Demarai Gray did put in a beautiful ball for Ethan Pinnock, who could have scored, right? He did have a shot saved, right? And is he going to bench Leon Bailey? I doubt it. I doubt he's going to bench Leon Bailey. So I think that's just a sticky situation that Cephas finds himself in. But whatever role he does play, I do think he will contribute a whole lot to the team. So yeah, that's it about what the fans had to say about Cephas and Warner Brown. I wouldn't have a problem if they started. As I said, any Jamaican team that we feel they should be able to beat them. We could feel an all JPL team. We should be beating St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's just that simple. That's how I see it. So if he starts Cephas and Warner Brown, I would be happy with it. Now, more news is that Damion Lowe has been added to the squad, people. So that is good news. Following up that Richard King performance, a lot of people don't want to see him here again because we really value the Gold Cup and we want to be in the Gold Cup. So, yes, people. Damion Lowe was added to the squad. So I do expect him to start tomorrow. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys my predicted lineup, and that is Andre Blake in goal, Dexter Lembikisa, right back, Andre Lowe, Damion Lowe, centre back, Ethan Pinnock, centre back, Maribel, centre back, left back, I should say, Isaac Hayden in the middle, and I need to see a separate. If that is how you want that 8 on that side to be playing, Isaac Hayden and Suley McCullough can't play there. Isaac Hayden and Joe Latibodir can't play there. I need an Isaac Hayden and another box-to-box 8. So maybe a Demario Phillips, maybe a Joshua Anglin. So I'm going to go Joshua Anglin since he's the most senior in the team. I'm going to go Joshua Anglin and Isaac Hayden. Also, I'm going to go with Bobby Reid as well in that midfield as the 10. Or left side 8, whichever one you want to call it. And then up top, I'm going to go with Demarai Gray, Warner Brown, and Leon Bailey. I think Cephas does serve a whole lot more purpose when he comes off the bench. I do prefer him as a finisher as well. However, as it relates to Shamar Nicholson, he's just not been at it. And I just think Warner Brown deserves a start. And I think once he starts, he will score. Because he is a threat. He's a threat in behind, and I don't think St. Vincent really do like that in behind threat, right? So I think Warner Brown will have a field day against them at home. So that is it, people, for this episode. That was your preview for the game tomorrow, featuring the Reggae Boyz and Vincy Heat as St. Vincent is so well known. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to share your thoughts below in the comment section and like the video, and just remember to hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
They got Gunnaz podcast.